Yes, again, welcome to your favorite channel on YouTube, With Chat. With Chat is a channel where we often try to highlight those topical issues. In previous episode, we did talk on politics in Nigeria, protests, for instance, in Kenya, developmental issues in Europe, in America, even politics in America as well. In other parts of the world, we've uh, tried to highlight some of those topics. In our previous episode, precisely the last one, was on the relationship between Donald Trump, the United States president, and Elon Musk. And that video, I will really encourage you to go and watch it. It's important that you watch that video, and the video is actually doing very well on YouTube. Don't forget that it's important you recommend this channel to your friends. Try to encourage your friend to subscribe to the channel so that we can grow the subscriber base of the channel. So following up to the last topic, which is on the relationship between the two great individuals, Donald Trump and Elon Musk. So this particular episode, I just have kind of a question to ask, and and the question is to um, kind of uh, persuade you to to comment on the current insinuation by Elon Musk to form a new political party in the in the US. So Elon Musk has since made up his mind, possibly, uh, to form a new political party. He called the political party the American Party. So presently, there are two major political parties in the US, the Republican and the Democrat Party. But there are other political parties that have been in existence as long as possible. And so the US is not actually known for two political parties. So there are other political parties, the Green Tea, I mean, other political parties in the US. So apparently those political parties hasn't been doing enough. So that is why uh, these two political parties, which is the Republican Party, the Democrat Party, Democratic Party has since been the largest and the most popular political parties in the US. But because of the fallout between Elon Musk and his once upon a time friend, Donald Trump, he has since kind of made up his mind to form a third political party. So I saw last week, I saw no, last month, he actually mentioned that on Twitter. And last week, precisely, he um, released a poll to asking people to voice their opinion if there is need to have a third political party in the US or the new political party in the US. And I did intentionally voted so that I would kind of see, I mean, the result will be revealed to me. So when I did voted for it, I saw that the leading opinion was for the new political party, which was about 60 something percent or thereabout. So he has since made up his mind to do that. So my question is this, which I encourage you to kind of express your opinion or kind of attempt to answer this question in the comment section. So because this particular episode is just for that question. So the question is, do you think the new political party in the US by Elon Musk, which is the American Party, do you think it's a political party that will fly in the US? Do you think such a party will fly in the US? Because there are few things I also kind of few observations or reservations that I have regarding that. One of that is that already there are other political parties in the US beside these two major ones, Democratic and the Republican Party. So there are others. So then if there are other political parties in the US before now, so why are these political parties not really doing so well? So those are the things I think Elon Musk will need to work on. So I really believe he will need to work on those one. I mean, work on establishing those facts. I mean, the facts why those other political party hasn't really been in force or been a strong force in the US or a strong contending force in the US. And another reason another observation that I have regarding his aspiration, the aspiration of having the American party, according to Elon Musk, is also that Elon Musk is coming up with this kind of brave, strong idea of a new political party because of his fallout with Donald Trump. So now, does it think that him as an individual, as powerful as he is, the world's richest man, does he actually think that he's now so influential in the United States political landscape that he now thought of having of founding a political party? For me personally, I think the answer is no. So for him endorsing the candidacy of Donald Trump with allowed, praises from the camp of Donald Trump, the Republican, and especially what people would likely call the MAGA camp, that is the Make America Great Again fans, which happens to be a very huge fan base of Donald Trump. So does Elon Musk think that for him to have supported the candidacy of President Donald Trump, won that election with him, does he think he will then now have such a large approval from this MAGA fan? I think the answer is no. So the fact is this, which I mean, this I believe this is a fact, is that the United States is made up of maybe I would say less than 200 million or let's just say statistically more than 100 million formidable voters. And these voters are sort of split between these two major political parties, that is the Republican Party and the Democratic Party. Because you will see in the last 2, 3 elections, especially, for instance, the election of Donald Trump, his first election against his Democratic candidate, which is Hillary Clinton. So Donald Trump won that election with over 87 million votes, or let's say over 80 million votes against about 70 million votes for Hillary Clinton. So put these two together, you will then have over 150 million. And the same was repeated again during um, the election between the same Donald Trump and Joe Biden. And Joe Biden went ahead to win that election with about over 80 million votes, with Donald Trump 70 million possible. Still, over 150 million, junk of voters. So in the last presidential election again, you will see that Donald Trump won that election again, repeatedly again with uh, over 80 million voters as well, with Democratic candidates also coming with over 70 million votes. So largely speaking, you will see that currently United States seems to have this uh, block of 100 and more than 100 and over 150 million active voters divided between Republicans and the Democratic parties. So one thing that is observable about this block of voters is that that seems to be a block of ardent, you know, fanatic um, fans of these two political class. So these new political parties by Elon Musk, this American party, will it be so attractive enough to suggest that these two fan bases, we have their members or this group shrink down with millions towards the new political party? Uh, the answer is largely, largely or strongly, no. I believe that American voters, seems to be voters with strong ideology. Of course, there are, of course, millions of individuals, which is they are often called these undecided, independent voters. So I believe these are likely to be the targets of Elon Musk. So if Elon Musk's target is to the independent voters or the undecided voters, then it it can be argued that his new project, which is the project of forming the new political party, which is the American Party, will succeed. But if his Elon Musk target or his own aspiration is to have a third political party that is as strong as the Republican Party or as strong as Democratic Party, the answer is no, it's not possible. And I think, of course, it's often said there is nothing impossible. But if that will be possible, I believe that we have to wait maybe 100 of years from now. And I don't think any one of us will be alive to witness that. Of course, if he succeeded in forming a formidable political party, then it's definitely going to take longer years to see that achieving such a very um, aspiring goal. But if the target is to have one or two, three, four, five candidates winning seats in the parliament, in the Senate, for instance, in the parliament, for instance, in the House of Rep, for instance, such that those seats, the number of seats belonging to these new political parties, which is the American political party, these numbers are enough, for instance, to change the dynamics of elections in those two parliaments, then that will be definitely commendable. So if you can have two, three senators from this new potential political party, which is the American Party, winning the election, becoming a senator, so they could stand independently to kind of sway the votes between the Republican senators and the Democratic Party senator. If this new political party is able to achieve that, then that is commendable enough. So if they could achieve that also in the House of Representatives, that is also will be commendable enough. Otherwise, it's going to be a very tall, almost impossible to have a third political party standing shoulder to shoulder with the Democratic or the Republican Party. So, and another reservation I have regarding that is also that Donald Trump, I think, Elon Musk seems to be carried away with the success of the last election or the success of his support or his endorsement of Donald Trump in the last election. I think that uh, it suggests to me that he's being carried away with the success of his endorsement, which shouldn't be, in the sense that like I said, the MAGA crowd or the MAGA fans or the Republican fan base of the current president are not really ID fan. They're not really a fan of Elon Musk. So neither will I suggest that the Democratic huge fan base is also a fan of Elon Musk. So it suggests that Elon Musk would do better to further pay attention to his business and pay more focus to his business and try to further aspire or move the prospect of his own business further beyond politics. I think it's a good thing to aspire, and it's a good thing to have a very strong will, which is one of the things I like so much about Elon Musk. He's an individual with a very strong will. He's someone who tends to like to dare the impossible. Like, for instance, trying to have rockets to the space and to explore space, possibility of living there. So those are some of the things that he has dared, to undertake. And at the same time, he's possibly seeing politics as one of the things he could dare to do. But forming the third political party in the US might be a very tall dream for him. So, like I asked at the beginning of this episode, do you think it's a dream worth pursuing? Do you think it's a thing that is worth time of Elon Musk? Let's engage that in the comments. I'm really anticipating your comments, your opinion in the comment section. Before our next episode, stay tuned. And please don't forget that it's your responsibility as a follower of this channel to share the channel and recommend it to your friend. Let us have more and more followers and subscribers of this particular fantastic YouTube channel with chat. Thank you. Have a great time. Bye.